Hey everybody, it's Mike here, other half of Mike and Angie. Say it with me, .diamonds. All right, so Team 3 and 3, Team I am a 10. Look, coming off conference, I'm going to try to keep my yelling to a minimum. I just want to talk about a couple things here. So a lot of good calls coming up. You know, we've got power call tonight. There's just a lot of calls. Make sure you can get on those calls. All right, they're very important. You're going to hear from wonderful people, leaders, all kinds of folks. Okay, so thanks to Matt and Brian for getting that put out there. That is a phenomenal thing. So make sure you get on those power calls and do everything you can to learn as much as you can and glean from everybody that you can, so you'll be extremely successful a lot faster. Perception. Perception is reality in the mind of the consumer. Perception is reality in the mind of the consumer. I bring this up because, you know, I've heard some people say in the past, you know, fake it till you make it. And I know sometimes we say it jokingly, but the fact of the matter is, that's not a good saying, because I think people take it wrong. So, you know, fake it till you make it. I've met distributors, not at Works distributors personally. I've met distributors in other companies, and they will literally go out, and because they have a decent job, they're making pretty good money, and what they'll do is they're driving a decent car, but they'll go out and buy some BMW, you know, 5 Series, 7 Series, something they really quite honestly can't afford, but they will buy this car in an attempt, quite frankly, to look like they are something more than what they really are, okay? To me, that's faking it till you make it, and to me, that's just outright telling a lie. That's not being who you are. All right, so you don't have to do that. You don't have to drive a big fancy car for people to feel your conviction, okay? To feel your excitement, to feel, you know, everything you're trying to get across to them about how this is such a great product, great opportunity. So you don't have to do that. You don't have to fake anything, okay? Just be yourself. Now, I do believe you need to be mindful of perception. All right, this doesn't mean we walk around worried about what everybody thinks about us. I mean, I've got tattoos. All right, I wear earrings. You know, for the most part, that's not that big of a deal this day and age. But I do think it's important about what people do think of me when I'm out and I meet people and I blitz them. How am I going to come across? How am I going to speak? So along with perception is reality in the mind of the consumer. It doesn't matter what you think. It matters what they think. Understand? You can say all day and all night, Mike, I don't care what people think, you know, this is the way it is, and I'm going to be who I am, and that's fine. You can do whatever you want to do. But if you're not growing and things aren't working for you, I would ask you to consider that maybe you should change your ways, okay? So perception, reality, the mind of the consumer, not yours. Along with this goes communication. So, and I've touched on this before in previous videos, and this is all the same stuff. You know, it's got to be regurgitated now and then. You got to get hit in between the eyes a couple times. I remind myself of it daily. You know, the quality of your life is directly related to the quality of your communication. All right? And that you can basically take the word life and replace it with anything. So the quality of your marriage is directly related to the quality of your communication. The quality of your business is directly related to the quality of your communication. The quality of anything that we do every single day in our life is related to communication. And you've heard the statistics before, you know, communication is only about 7% verbal. Everything else we do is intonation, tonality, you know, what we say, how we say it, when we say it, all those good things, right? So be very mindful. And I would tell you to also work on your vocabulary a little bit. You don't have to have a Harvard dialect, but you do need to speak, okay, properly to people. Now, this is just a pet peeve of mine, but again, perception is reality. When I see grown folk out there on social media, you know, not spelling out words, I get the LOLs and all that stuff. I do the same thing. But if you're typing out a message, a post of some sort, talking about, hey, you know, I'm going out to rap someone today, and you use any kind of slang type terms, I would tell you, just my humble but accurate opinion, I would stop doing that. All right? It's not about you worried about what other people think of you. You do not want the perception that you're an idiot. Okay? I'm just going to say it. That's not the perception you want people to have of you. It's a business. It's a fun business. We are supposed to have fun with it. It's okay to be casual. I say knock off the pajamas when you're walking around Target. Don't come blitzing me with pajamas on. I will hammer you into the dirt. Okay? That is, just don't do it. Don't do it. Okay? Think about who you are. I'll probably get in trouble for saying that, but I don't care, all right? You need to think about what people think about you sometimes, okay? So keep that in mind. Your communication, quality of your life is directly related to the quality of your communication. So think about that. Listen to some Jim Rohn. Listen to listen to Tony Robbins. I don't know who Tim is. You can, if you want to find a Tim and listen to him, that's fine. Maybe I heard some guy Tim yesterday. Anyway, get some motivation in your life. Read some motivational books. Listen to some videos. Okay, you got to go for these bonuses. People are out there hem-hawing around. Man, some of our team members are on fire right now, just like some of you listening are right now. So let's get on it. Get out there. Be mindful, okay? Be mindful about perception, okay? That is important. And also be mindful about your communication skills. Always be striving to better them. I'm not talking about speaking perfect English. I don't do that. But make sure you're doing your best to communicate effectively with people. And I really believe that once you communicate better and you start getting a better result from communicating, you know, if you ask somebody a question, if you ask them to get in the business and they say no, really what that tells me is you did not communicate effectively with them. You need to back up, regroup, rethink, and then ask again a different way. All right. So until you get the desired result, remember, pleasantly persistent, okay, until you get the desired effect, the desired result. It's not their thing when they're saying no or you're not getting the reaction you want. It's on you, okay? It's your communication. They don't trust you yet. They don't know you enough yet. They don't feel like what you're saying is truthful, whatever it is, okay? So communication. All right? Hope this is helpful to somebody out there. If not, delete it, move on, whatever. Don't worry about it. But once again, loved seeing everybody that was at conference. Sure have loved to see a whole lot more of you. But you can count on Angie and I to be at those things, the green carpets, the conferences, every event we can possibly get to, every call. You know why? Because we're all in. We bleed black and green. I love you. Angie loves you. We will see you all at the top and on the beach. Boom.